Let's go, nigga. Yeah. It's your boy. Diddy Pop. Herb Shop. Big Guns. I'm Bill Blast, Cool G-Rack. Crack spots in Brooklyn with an 18. Raised the murder rate out in Brooklyn. Tight robbed his own mom's church in Brooklyn. We was wild in the tunnel. Niggas got their shot took.
Boy, I'm so Brooklyn, niggas know my name. Shit they said every time a nigga missing their chain. Had to do it for the dollars, I ain't do it for fame. Had to shoot 100 niggas just to work on my aim.
We ain't aiming at your leg, double tapping your brain.
Leave his body on the floor, blood flow in the drain.
They light candles on his ass, we gon' spin through a game.
For 40 days, 40 nights, niggas making it rain.
You get knocked for that body, better not say a name.
Shit, we took the same oath, my chain and your chain.
I'm from the old Brooklyn, nigga, you know how we play.
This whole team get it, spread love to Brooklyn way.
I did drive-bys, nigga, book dice games, nigga. For picking after Blake Birdman, the Miller.
My gun game sick, can't name a nigga iller. Had to fire on this nigga just to show him I was realer.
I had to fire on my man, he was fucking with the eyes.
Had to fire on this nigga, he was talking to the cops.
Had to fire on the nigga, he was fronting on my block.
Man, I fired on this nigga, he was looking at my watch.
I'm so Brooklyn, nigga.
And when I'm out of town, they call me Brooklyn, nigga.
From Detroit to LA to NC, nigga.
From Jersey back to the Barclay, nigga. To Labor Day parades on the Parkway, nigga.
The Callaloo dumbing in the Ark, my nigga.
I remember from the lab, Lennon Spark, my nigga.
I rap East New York from the start, my nigga.
In Crown Heights, y'all got my heart, my nigga.
I say Happy New Year to everybody that's in the building. I say Happy New Year to everybody that's in the building. I say Happy New Year's to everybody that's in the building. I got to do the roll call right quick. Let me know if y'all can hear me. If y'all can hear me, put up the dice cubes if I'm crystal clear on the reception and everything. We got my man Cosmology Bay in the building. We got Cheeks the Hoodologist. Boy, yo, Cheeks, that show you did the other night with me, you and the young lady, Cheeks gonna make it. She gonna blow up. I'm telling y'all right now. See, Cheeks got the realness in her. Cheeks done went to Guyana and all that shit. And Cheeks said some shit that hit my heart. I'm telling you, I'll never forget that shit. She done said a couple of shit that fucked me up. Like she told me, Dice, stop pouring in a motherfucking nigga drink. Stop pouring in a nigga cup that ain't gonna pour in yours. Priceless. But she said something that I guess I had to hear from a woman. She said, yo, when the first person that a woman falls in love with is her father, and when that father breaks her heart, even though in the future when she gets older, the father is not the one that's continually breaking her heart. That's all she see. Every boyfriend, every man, every disrespect she sees when her heart got broken from her father. That was the realest shit I heard somebody say besides myself. And she said she did what I did. People joke about this shit. She went and got therapy to learn how to adjust and deal with things from a better perspective. You go, girl. Happy New Year's to you, girl. Shit. Big Dice loves you. Shit. Y'all crazy? That's gangster. You dig what I'm saying? We got Keisha in the building. Happy New Year's, girl. We got Wiz 845. I see you in the building. Happy New Year's, beloved. FTC, Happy New Year's to you. Great to see you. Top G Network, Happy New Year's to you, man. Happy New Year's to you. Happy New Year's. I'm telling you, that shit hit me, Cheeks. I ain't gonna front. Cheeks be on some shit. Like, I be watching Cheeks shows, but you know they get a little crazy sometimes, but now I had to pull up for that one. And see, that's the difference between fake shit and real shit. See, y'all from that new and fake and real, so we say that, but when me and Cheeks and them was coming up, we was official and authentic. That's being official. Y'all don't understand that shit. I didn't even catch who, even though I knew Cheeks said, let me tell you something, I'm going to be real with Cheeks. I'm going to be real. I don't do no capping. I said Cheeks was a little strong now. Cheeks will punch you in your goddamn mouth. Beautiful woman, a goddess. Xena. Beat you in your goddamn face. But see, every rose that a petal has fell off, it was broken off. Petals don't fall off, they broke off. They broke off because of too much water. They broke off because they dry and they wither away. But if you pay enough attention, give enough water, enough oxygen, and enough love to a motherfucking A rose, them petals ain't gonna do nothing but bloom. Let's get into this word. Salute.
Another day alive, another day free. Why would I wake up trying to be somebody other than me? Knowledge, wisdom, understanding.
Yo, Happy New Year, y'all. I want y'all to really pay attention to this motherfucker right here. This is the one. Shout out to Artist Morrison. I was going to go live at 7 o'clock, but I pushed it back to 6:15 because I was unaware. Artist Morrison tonight, 2nd Annual YouTube Awards, 8 o'clock. Make sure y'all be there, a B square. That's why I went early. And if we rock, we're going to rock to like 8 o'clock, and then we're going to shift everybody over here to Artist Morrison. Shout out to him. This is the intro of the best intro. They gave me best intro of the year. Last night I wrapped up. I ain't gonna front. Last year we kind of got busy. Not just me, Team Cardi, and we killed the YouTube Awards. They thought it was rigged. They thought it was rigged. But this right here, they can't take from me, man. Best YouTube intro, I'm gonna say ever. Pay attention to what's going on in this video, man. I'm gonna show y'all tonight it's different because last year was last year. All the content creators that may have been upset with me, all the trolls that may have been upset with me, all the people that I may have offended, I love you. I want you to really hear this. I love you. You're more than welcome. Come on over here and chill. Get some of this love. Come in here with respect, you'll leave out of here respect. You come in here with disrespect, we're going to clap you all over. But we got to really start working on bettering ourselves and healing as a group, y'all. Look at this intro, man. This shit is crazy.
Another day alive, another day free. Why would I wake up trying to be somebody other than me? Knowledge, wisdom, understanding. Man, woman, and children. Sun, moon, and stars. Everything exists has to coexist within. Like I said, another day alive, another day free. Why would I wake up trying to be somebody other than me?
Yo, and do me a favor, y'all. Just like Cheeks said, I appreciate you, Cheeks, for coming over here and putting everybody up. If y'all got the wrenches and everything, do me a favor. Put your platforms up. Y'all already know how we rock over here. It ain't nothing. It don't cost a damn thing to spread no motherfucking love. It don't cost a damn thing to spread no love. And congratulations to the beautiful ladies of Atak, to the Russian princess and Bori. They got their 1,000. They got their 1,000 subscribers. They got their 1,000 subscribers, y'all. I seen them girls go from 150 to 1,000 in seconds. We got to start promoting ourselves, educating ourselves, sharing our content. Sharing our content, putting it up on our community boards, letting people that's in our realm gravitate to what everybody else has got going on. Cheeks just opened up, like she said, y'all. She got a new adult night channel. Make sure y'all go subscribe to the channel. It's called Cheeks After Dark, adult late night content. If y'all don't know what adult mean, that mean 25 old adults. They fucking, they sucking, they drinking, they smoking, they having a good time. They having a good time. And then they talking like adults talk. Oh, yeah, that's another thing. Shout out to Way to Black, too. Matter of fact, speaking of Way to Black, I can't stop playing this shit, y'all. I ain't gonna front. See, she done said his name, so I gotta do it. Shout out to Way to Black and Stunner Dior. This is my shit right here, y'all.
Nah.
Go crazy, go dumb.
Shorty go
I
back
was
to the
always
beat like a
playing Happy
drum.
New Year,
Go
girl.
crazy, go dumb.
Shorty go back to the beat like a drum.
Go crazy, go dumb. Shake it. Go crazy, go dumb. Go crazy, go dumb.
Shorty go back to the beat like a
Go crazy, go dumb.
shake it.
Go crazy, go dumb.
Shorty go back to the beat like a
I'm going dumb. I'm a forbidden, I'm numb. I do my dance, I dance with my gun. Whoa, waiter, I met a Cuban, no goodin'. I put my thumb in the pudding. I did it, they said it, I couldn't. Whoa, I'm with the biggest stunner of all. I might bitch off one day, next day I go buy that bitch a more. I flip one brick, I flip two brick, then I buy that bitch a car. I pop one pill, I pop two pill, now a nigga out on Mars.
Get crazy, go dumb. Better get sturdy for fun. Aim it, I load it, they run. Lethal night needles get litty, go none. Shooters like Katie and Grady. Putting up my jersey, I'm patiently waiting. I'm in the garden with Adam just aiding. I ain't in the zone that they paying. Ay, sweating the rookie, but no, I'm the realest. Bitches be playing, but no, I'm the illest. Pretty and trapping, so bitch, I'm the trillest. Been stacking my paper, that's why I'm the biggest. That's why I'm the biggest. That's why I'm
Go crazy, go dumb.
Shorty go back to the beat like a drum.
Go crazy, go dumb.
Shorty go back to the beat like a drum.
Go crazy, go dumb.
Shake it.
Go crazy, go dumb. Me, I'm as lit as they come. I'm starting with Mrs. Dior. If I up it, I click it, they run. Bitches, they come to the door. I gotta talk it more. It feel like I'm fucking a raw. Gucci the fit, broken the bag. Fuck it, I'm buying it all.
I'm in the deli when I'm on the block. Bust down the peanut, order the chop. Serve them the bean and I yell at the op. Brooklyn, New York, the hustle don't stop. Bet they gon' move off the rock of my hips. I hit my dance when I'm making them hits. Rockin' Dior when I start in the strip. I'm with the gang, you know they.
Y'all better go cock that, man. Way to got this shit locked. Always the queen. Happy New Year's to you, sis. Mean bottom lip to the day we die. You heard me? Y'all better go make sure y'all cop that Way to Black, man. Shout out to Way to Black. I got some information for y'all. I ain't no hater. I got some information for y'all, and I think we need to get into it. Number one, shout out to all the people that's monetized before 12 o'clock a.m. yesterday. Before 12 o'clock a.m. yesterday, shout out to all the people that got monetization. What I mean by monetization, a lot of people on here have 1,000 subscribers. A lot of people on here have 2,000. Some people have 3,000. Some people have 5,000, et cetera, but they're not monetized. They are not monetized. If you're looking at your cell phone right now, if you look at the bottom of my cell phone where you see the emojis for the hearts and the hundreds and the smiles and everything, right under the bottom of it, you're going to see a box with the dollar sign. Can anybody tell me what they see when they press the bottom under the heart on their cell phone? If you're on your cell phone, can anybody tell me what they see? I'm going to school y'all or something right quick. When y'all go into certain chats, I'm going to give you the things to look for. Shout out to Tube Chronicles for giving me this great information. And thank you for him telling me this, for this is content. Can anybody tell me right now, when you look under the heart on your cell phone, there's a box with a dollar sign. Can anybody tell me that's what's in there when you push it? I'm going to tell you what's in there. If you press the button, you're going to see super stickers that says, get creative with animated GIFs. Or you're going to say under that, super chats. The first one is super stickers, starting at 99 cents. 99 cents, all the way up to $50. And then the second one, if you press the second one, is called super chats. That's a fact. So Cheeks know what's going on, so she can tell her people, these are the things that let you know where there's monetization. Now let's break this down, because I fuck with y'all. YouTube has just been sold to new owners. If you notice, a lot of the owners, a lot of the same guides and stipulations that YouTube gave us before 1201 today, they're no longer in existence. See, back in the days, we could sit up here and fuck you and fuck you and fuck you and all that bullshit. That's not content. So now nobody can say nobody's hating when they say that. YouTube has determined that that's not content. YouTube determines that that's belligerent, slandering, advocation of violence and bullying, cyberbullying. Check this out. Look it up in your guidelines. Look it up in your guidelines. YouTube has decided that all the bullshit that I may have interacted with, whether it was a response, we may have did, whether we was just trying to get our numbers up, somebody may have did because they really felt that way about a person. YouTube says from now on, that is no longer content, and a lot of people have been demonetized. They have been demonetized with what? A request form to suggest why they should be given their monetization back. When I got my monetization, thank you for everybody that helped me get to my monetization. DMW Shots, I love you, Brooklyn boy. Happy New Year. Y'all know to get over there and subscribe. I was fortunate enough to get 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 watch hours. I want y'all to pay attention to what I'm saying. This is real work. Big Dice 101, clashes in session. I was blessed enough to get 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 hours watch views. Now, what I mean by that is 4,000 hours of YouTube means I had the interest of people for a good amount of time. So this is what it was. The first, before they broke it down into the segments, the only way you can get monetized is you put up 1,000 subscribers and you get 4,000 hours of watch time, meaning people have watched you for 4,000 hours plus. It was a totality. If you got 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 watch hours, you get what? You get super chats, and you also get extra income and revenue pertaining to advertisements such as real commercials. Real commercials. Now then, YouTube gave a better chance for y'all to go get monetized. For the people that aren't monetized, this is what they said. Shout out to Doquan Bucks at Us Never Them. They said, this is what we're going to do now. They said, if you get 500 subscriptions, y'all, and you get 3,000 watch hours, pay attention, not 4,000 watch hours. If you get 500 subscriptions, half of 1,000, and 3,000 watch hours. This is when it comes to uploads, going live, your shorts. 3,000 watch hours, you are eligible for halfway monetization. This means they will give you the monetization, but they will only give you the super chats. But that's a good thing also. That's a great thing also, because if you really think about where the money comes from pertaining to this YouTube job that a lot of people are trying to engulf into, the money comes from the super chats and the cash apps. Also, when you get the quote on a gift and a curse, Happy New Year, sister. When you got the 500 subscribers, they told you to get 3,000 watch hours. Pay attention. When you get 500 subscribers, they want you to have 3,000 watch hours. Pay attention. They will only give you the super chats there. But if you go further and get 1,000 subscriptions and the extra additional 4,000 watch hours, meaning another 1,000 hours, they're going to give you the benefit of having super chats and also monetary income pertaining to commercials. Nerd, I see you in the building. Do me a favor, y'all hit that like button. Pay attention to this. If you get the additional 1,000 watch hours, that's going to be 4,000 on top of the 3. And if you get an additional 500 subscriptions, you have the original first YouTube goals and regulations of becoming a YouTube partner. Let's go. You got your super chats, and you also got real commercials. They gave me a Monopoly commercial. I was bugging out. Not bad from a dude from Utica Avenue. But back to what I'm saying. This is the whole catch. See, they switched it up. The new people that bought YouTube, y'all, this is what they didn't tell y'all. Y'all have to read your guidelines. You have to read that gray area. You have to read that fine print. Because on YouTube, they're going to tell you something. You cannot play both sides. And I'm going to give it to you after this video. Let's go.
You can't play both sides, you niggas gotta choose. Niggas out here being tough until they make the news. Mama said her son ain't hurt nobody. The street said her son was catching plenty bodies. If you accept these charges, then please hold. In every hood, it was a nigga that was tough, but he still told. Like, what I gotta do to make you niggas rhyme? Like, I'm ready to kill when the kind of minds be cautious. I'm dealing with more sticks than a porcupine. Quill spines, whatever you wanna call them. Yeah, plus my little mama, she a trap queen. Doggy when she mixed with that Fetty, give him a wop lean. It was a whole lot of cars when there was stimmies round. We going over a year and half you niggas down. All these expensive clothes, like was that smart? Now they uploading they clothes on the Poshmark. Swiss baby, careful with this. I mean this bitch sharp. One across, one down the middle, look like a chrome heart. Damn, I'm always outside. I'm like high from who? Bound to put your car on skates. You think you slide through? I help build my niggas. This ain't Legos. Protect the fan by any means. I be Diego. Yeah, tiger to you niggas. I'm an animal. It's a jungle where I'm from. What y'all wanna do? You can't play both sides. You niggas gotta choose. Niggas out here being tough until they make the news. Mama said her son ain't hurt nobody. The street said her son was catching plenty bodies. If you accept these charges, then please hold. In every hood, it was a nigga that was tough, but he still told.
Let's get to this work. Back to what I was saying, y'all. When y'all get the whole total package of the 4,000 subscriptions plus and 4,000 watch hours plus, then you're supposed to be monetized. Nah, YouTube threw a curveball in it this year. 12:01 a.m. If you were not monetized before 12:01 a.m., your watch time hours went back down to 0. Y'all heard me? So if you had 885 subscriptions and say 3,572 watch hours, the 3,572 watch hours have totally disappeared and it goes down to 0. Your subscriptions will stay. That's the curveball. Cutthroat, I see you in the building. Happy New Year, beloved. See, YouTube threw a curveball in it. They said since niggas was getting up here playing, making buffooneries of ourselves, and wasn't giving content on this great platform that we're not utilizing the way we're supposed to, they said they had a trick for us. They said we're not just going to blow them out the park and take their subscriptions. We're going to let them keep their subscriptions. But God damn it, we're taking all their watch hours. They're going to have to start from 0. If you did not make your 4,000 watch hours, or if you did not make your 3,000 watch hours, if you're past 500 subscriptions on YouTube, one more time, if you did not make your 3,000 watch hours, if you did not make your 4,000, watch hours, if you have 500 subscriptions on YouTube, you automatically go down to 0 watch hours. If you have almost 1,000 subscriptions and you have almost 4,000, almost ain't good enough with YouTube no more. You could have 3,999 watch time hours. If it was not 4,000 watch time hours by 12:01 today, y'all, that shit all start back at 0. That should all start back at 0. Nerds said they got my ass. Facts. Cutthroat Entertainment said facts. Let me tell y'all something about Cheeks too. Dirty Bronx native, salute, beloved. Happy New Year's. Let me tell you something about Cheeks. She said some shit yesterday that got me teary-eyed. That's why I'm glad we was behind the avatar. Y'all know I'm a sucker. You know, I start tearing up sometimes. I don't give a fuck who know that. She said, please get over there and go subscribe to Big Dice. Ain't nobody on YouTube talking like him. That shit touched my fucking heart, Cheeks. Sonny, salute. I see you in the building. Happy New Year, beloved. Cheeks said, get over there to Big Dice Chronicles. Ain't nobody on YouTube talking about the shit he talking about. Now, if everybody care about each other, or if everybody is friends, why friends ain't getting up telling their friends about this information I'm giving y'all? Seriously. This is free game. Shout out to Tube Chronicles. He gave it to me and I gave it to him. Gave it to y'all. I got a nigga that's crazy with the computer. And if I need him for anything, all I got to do is call him. Facts of life. Because I'm not selfish. I could have hit up certain people in the background. I got Wade a real number. Yo, Wade to call me. Yo, bing, bing. Hit up Cheeks. Tell her what I'm telling you. Bang, bang, bang. Shout out to Wade Black. He just hit me back because I told him we live. He in Hot 97 doing an interview right now. I told Wade this a long time ago. It's your time. Let me explain something to y'all. And I'm going to say this cocky. It's only one person that promoted Wader more than me. You know who that is? Cheeks, the hoodologist. Cheeks, the hoodologist. Ain't nobody going to tell me I ain't promote that. I love that man music. Shout out to Jaffe. I love Jaffe music. Shout out to HOB Life. I love their music. These is friends, but let me explain something to you. I love good music. Shout out to Stunner Dior. I love good music. For real. Unfortunately, I'm sorry, Mr. Troll 2024. Trolls are not allowed. Unfortunately, forgive me. So I guess since people be making up crazy accounts, over here you got to come with a real name or at least a real intellect. You could be a troll in everybody else's channels, but we don't do that over here. It's more and more strict now. One thing I'm going to tell y'all I love about Team Guardian, I love about this chat. Let me tell you something I love about everybody that come to this chat. Everybody has the decency to say hello. Like, you know, like D when she picked the phone up on what's happening. Hello. Hello. Like the people that be in the bushes sometimes. Come out the bushes. As long as you come in here on some, yo, what up, Dice? You good. You don't come in here trying to disrupt what we got going on. You don't come in here trying to go off topic of what we're talking about or disrespecting anybody in here. It ain't nothing but love. I don't even care if last year you said, fuck me, fuck my mother, jump off a road, fuck my eye. Peter Pan had a goldfish. I don't give a fuck about none of that shit, man. All jokes aside, man, I'm trying to get our minds back better, man. It's the problem with a lot of us now. We're screaming out about certain things that we still hurting about from when we was kids. Yo, I'm telling you, shout out to Cheeks. Cheeks fucked me up the other day, man. She fucked me up. Hank, I see you in the building. Ain't too many people gonna get up here and talk about real shit. A lot of motherfuckers up here telling you shit that they just wrote up or they got in the mirror and talked about. Yo, I'm gonna tell them today that I beat this guy up and I had all this money and I was the biggest person in the world. Ladies of iTalk, I see you got that 1,000 girl, Russian princess. Shout out to y'all. Shout out to y'all. You know that girl. You go, girl. I told you. You know I love you, but you was driving me crazy. I ain't gonna front. Yo, I'm telling you, I love Russian Princess to death. Russian Princess, when I tell y'all she is advertising and promotion, she said, I'm telling y'all something right now. We're 150 away. That's my word. Like 3 days later, she said, I'm telling you right now, we're 75 away. I think you need to understand we're just 75 away from 1,000. Then she came back with the beautiful balloon. Yo, check this out. I don't think y'all understand. It's only 50. It's only 50. It's only 50. You mean to tell me we are not worth 50? You wasn't there when I was playing Alicia Keys. You wasn't there when we were laughing. That's goddamn right she was worth. That's right they worth that 50 because that's content. Dunbar, salute. That's motherfucking content. Cheeks the hoodologist. Boy, let me tell you something. You could teach a lot of people some shit, Cheeks. Damn, you could teach some people some shit, man. Like, for real, man. Like, whew. Because, see, Cheeks, she ain't biased. Shout out to the sister Bunny. When Cheeks came up on her show, she said some things, y'all. Cheeks went just like this. So, you know, I'm walking on eggshells because they rough over there. I ain't trying to get beat up. The women over there crazy. She said, no, Dice, no. Hallelujah. She started looking like my grandmother in church. No, Dice. No, I got to talk to her. I got the spirit on me. Hallelujah. Jesus told me to talk to her. That was the realest shit I seen. She said, baby, you're wrong. You're wrong. And something about that conversation, that shit switched Cheeks. She went into a motherfucking zone, y'all, that fucked me up. I say, yo, preach. I'm right here with you, sis. Like, Cheeks, a spirit came on her, y'all. I be telling y'all about spirits, man. A spirit came on her yesterday that pushed her back to something that I'm glad we was there to go through. Yo, she wasn't, that was really talking from her heart, y'all. Y'all ain't never, see, like when I told y'all about my moms and pops, y'all ain't really heard too many people getting up here telling the truth about growing up in homes with, unfortunately, y'all call it domestic violence, but we was raised like, yo, that's just Uncle Terry and Aunt Sandra, they fighting, they gonna be all right. Or, you know, your moms and pops, they always going through that shit, but they love you. See, the new word domestic violence, that shit came after O.J. Simpson and Nicole Simpson. We didn't ever grow up in the hood about domestic violence. Unfortunately, when our aunts and our uncles fought to where their eyes was bust open and our mother's mouths was bust open, the police never arrested nobody. They didn't even come. We don't know nothing about no domestic violence. We know me and my girl had a fight. And when we was coming up, if you try to break up two people that's in love, that's fighting, they gonna jump your ass. And then they gonna get back to fighting. Shout out to all the domestic violence advocacies and all the new resources that we have now. We gotta understand something, y'all. We didn't have these fucking resources. This shit is new to us. Am I lying? Shit, well, I can tell y'all some stories, nigga. I done seen some shit. I told y'all about the time when my moms got so mad at my pops because he was fucking up, getting high. She took a ring of keys and threw them shits, and the key went through the back of his shirt, his silk shirt, and stabbed him in his back. And when she pulled the key out, the blood just split over the motherfucking wall. That shit looked like a horror movie. Check this out. I'm 11 years old. We walking right down Prospect to St. Mary's Hospital. My mother is crying. She like, I'm sorry, Ronald. I didn't mean to do that. My pop's so much of a gangster. He was like, girl, I told you love me, girl. He said, shut up, girl. Don't worry about that. I'm 11 years old. I'm watching my family just go from trying to kill each other to now my mother's professing her love, and she just got excited. And my pops is like, what you so worried about? We going to the motherfucking hospital. The hospital asked my father, yo, what happened to you? Because this looks like a puncture wound. Yo, let me tell you something my father said. My father said, yo, these boys tried to rob me. I gave him a little bit of money I had. I was walking home. My mother was scared to death because of overreaction and because of emotion. We ain't know nothing about no domestic violence. We was told a lie when the police come to the house if somebody fighting. Was it fucked up? Hell yeah. But that's what we was taught. Because, see, a lot of people got different households. See, a lot of people in their households, the most dangerous thing they had in their household was maybe a vase, a vase. I know people with households was full of cocaine and marijuana and guns and felons. And felons. Am I lying? And felons, guns, drugs, felons, detectives. Once detectives know certain names, they come in the house. They may say they come into the house because someone called for domestic violence. But when they come into the house, they looking for drugs and guns because a brother or two is known to be relatively pharmaceutical distribution entrepreneurs. So to the ladies, I mean this shit. To the ladies, yo, let me tell you something. That's where y'all need to go subscribe to Cheeks, because Cheeks ain't gonna get on no sucker shit with you. So if you want to hear some sucker shit, you might as well not go over there. And if you want some sucker shit, don't go up on that goddamn stage. They're gonna kill you. They're gonna kill you. But let's get back to this work. To everybody in the building, right? Is it okay for a straight man to work with a, say for instance, if I have, like right here, you see I got the YouTube. How would y'all look at me if I said I got a gay co-host? Seriously, I want your straight up opinion. Just imagine this. Say for instance, I had a contract like Mav Hoffa. Seriously. I had a contract like Mav Hoffa, but the contract says 2 or 3 days out the month, you're going to have a gay co-host. How would y'all look at me? Let's talk. It ain't nothing but love going back to you, girl. Let's talk. How would y'all look at Dice? Yo, Dirty Bronx native, talk to me, beloved. Yo, Hank, how would you look? I'm talking to the gangsters right quick. How would y'all look at me? Nerd, talk to me. If I had a co-host up here that was gay. My man Big Nerd said, yo, that's your business. You're your own man. I wouldn't care. I have a gay sister. That's what Cheek said. How about everybody else? Let me get some honest opinions. How would y'all feel about me? Oh, shit. Would anybody be like, yo, What Dice got a gay co-host? 37 people in the building. You can come in and answer the question. Make sure y'all do me a favor. Hit that like button. At least hit the like button for the boy if y'all watching. At least hit that like button. It's saying it's 37 people in the building. And don't y'all be watching the numbers and all that. So if it's 37 people in the building, I'm asking you something from a new perspective. Talk to me. Is that my guy? Is that him? Salute, beloved. That's ourself in the building. Happy New Year's to you, beloved. DMW Shot said it's not a big deal, but you're going to have to watch the combo. I appreciate you for pulling up, beloved. You could have been anywhere else in the world, and you know how gangsters do it. It ain't nothing but a beautiful thing to know you still here. You heard me? Brooklyn all day. He said, as long as you're not pushing an agenda, I'm secure with the manhood to get that money, I would say. FTC said, none of my business. That's why I fuck with y'all. That's why I fuck with y'all. I ain't gonna front. Hank said, although I don't disagree with the homosexual life, I find it derogatory for procreation. I still recognize them as human beings. Now, see that? I respect that. I respect everything y'all saying. Talk to me now. Keith said, doesn't matter as long as you're both comfortable working together. Now, pay attention to that. You know why I respect y'all? Because I totally agree. Number one, how would that change me as a person? Because of somebody that I sat up and was taking care of myself. If I was employed by a bigger company, how would that make me a different Dice? Seriously, Dirty Bronx native, how would that make my character or my morale or what I stand for different? I'm not up on the channel holding him. I'm not on the channel making sexual advancements to him. I'm not on the channel engaging in sexual conversation, alluding to sex. But to some people that'll say, quote unquote, that makes me look like a chump. What's the new word they use, y'all? Give me that new word they use. What's that new word they use on? That'll make me a mook lover. Ain't that the word? Am I bugging y'all? Wouldn't that make me, like they say on YouTube, a mook lover? Right or wrong? You know what I see? People that's insecure and afraid of their true sexualities. That's what I see, ourself. That's what I see, God. I see people that are what? Truly afraid of their sexualities that they are disguising and hiding within for so long. They thinking somebody gonna peep it. What they say about a gay man? Always a queen. Give me some of your wisdom, sister. What they say about a gay man back in the days? They say a gay man, if I'm not mistaken, a gay man can do what? Automatically point out another man that's gay. Everybody in here, that's the saying they say about gay men, right? Let's talk as grown-ups and adults. You are now rocking with the best. You see what Shot said? Right. That gayness gonna run out your ass to Bombo Clyde. Felice Johnson can't hide himself. Shout out to Dog Soldier 2, digital broadcaster. Make sure y'all go subscribe to him too. But seriously, how y'all feel about that? It's gonna come right out of you, right? But this is the most important question I want to ask out here. Dirty Bronx native, yo Hank McCoy, Cheeks, I want to ask you something from a woman's point of view. I want to ask the ladies something. How come so many men today think they have the right to just say he's a mook? Now, if they say only a gay man could identify and directly pick out a gay man out of a bunch of men, if a man just says, yo, he a mook, I know he a mook, doesn't that mean that man is gay? Can I get some hearts? For the ladies, can I get some dice cubes for the gangsters? So if they say the word is a gay man can automatically pick a gay man, if a man says he's a mook or he's gay, what does that make him? 37 people in the building. Can I get something on this? Can I get something on this? The ladies, can I get the hearts if I'm right? The dudes, can I get the dice cubes if I'm right? Cheeks from the hood, she know it. Cheeks the first one said it. That's Brooklyn. If a gay man can say that nigga's gay, and then there's another saying. There's another saying that they have. There's another saying that they have. They say what? A gay man is never gonna lie. Check this out. He's never gonna lie on a straight man. You see what I self said? Dudes ain't supposed to even be watching men. That's what I said. How many times y'all heard me say that? Shout out to I self. How many times? What type of niggas watch men them then so? I might not watch mine unless we going to. Yo, anyway. He said they call it gaydar, Dice. He said that's a fact, Dice. I want y'all to check something out and tell me how y'all feel about this. Look at my man Charleston White. He turned down a bag. Check this nigga out. Let me tell you what y'all would have did. To my gangsters in here, talk to me, y'all. Let's get into some grown folk shit. Tell me how y'all feel about this. This is the new year. This is what I do. I am content. This is what I do. Hey, Pam.
I know you're interview over. Interview over. You don't play like that. Interview over.
Now, if y'all don't understand what happened, I'm going to tell y'all what happened right quick. If y'all don't understand what happened, Charleston White got interviewed. Check this out. They told him that they was paying him to come do an interview. And allegedly, there was supposed to be 20 women there. You know, he liked the women or whatever. But the part that they didn't tell him about the interview, this is what they said to him. They didn't tell him this part. They left this part out. They had a gay man that was going to be a co-host with him for this particular segment. When you see him walking around, you hear him saying, interview over. Hey, Pamela, Happy New Year's to you, Ma. I appreciate your wisdom and your support. Shout out to the Nile River. You dig what I'm saying? Pay attention to what he said. He said, interview is over. He said, interview is over. And he also said something at the end. He said, you might as well send me the rest of that back end to what you owe me, but I want y'all to hear what the guy say to him. He said, well, first of all, if you don't do what I'm paying you to do, I'm not giving you no more money. He said, well, let's get out of here. He said, I ain't sitting up. Listen to, I'm going to let this nigga get into his claim. I'm going to let him play himself. Listen to this shit, y'all. This shit right here is incredibly crazy.
Interview over. I know you're interview over. Interview over. You don't play like that. Interview over. Interview over. Nigga, I don't play like that. I thought you said 20 women. You couldn't get 20 women to go find. Interview over. Interview over.
Okay, what do you need? What's going on?
Why? Man, y'all gonna have me gay bash. Y'all gonna have me gay bash. Say, where's my ride? Let's go. I'm gonna go to gay bash. Y'all gonna go to gay bash. Man, I don't want nothing to do with no punk.
So what's going on? Go ahead.
Then, oh man, you ain't finna put me on no screen, no camera, with no sister, and then have me with 20 bitches, and now you don't want to go get a jacket.
This nigga's disrespectful. Listen to him, y'all. The gay man walks up with the black jacket. Listen to this.
Interview over. I told you interview over. Interview over. Nigga, I don't play like that. Interview over. Interview over. Nigga, I don't play like that. I thought you said 20 women. You couldn't get 20 women and go find interview over. Interview over.
Okay, how you mean? What's going on?
Quiet. Man, y'all gonna have me gay bash. Y'all gonna have me gay bash. Say, where my ride? Let's go. I'm gonna go to gay bash. Y'all gonna go to gay bash. Man, I don't want nothing to do with no funk.
So what's going on? Go ahead.
Get out, man. You ain't finna put me on no screen, no camera, with no sister. And then have me with 20 bitches, and now you don't want to go get a.
This nigga's
Nothing to do with
disrespectful.
no funk.
This nigga right here is disrespectful. We got the bro Ron Boggs up in the building, y'all. Ron Boggs is in the building. You know what we got to do when Ron is here, y'all. Let's go.
You can't play both sides, you niggas gotta choose. Niggas out here being tough until they make the news. Mama said her son ain't hurt nobody. The street said her son was catching plenty bodies. If you accept these charges, then please hold. In every hood, there was a nigga that was tough, but he still told. Like, what I gotta do to make you niggas rhyme? Like, I'm ready to kill when the kind of minds I'm cautious. I'm dealing with more sticks than a porcupine. Quill spines, whatever you wanna call them. Yeah, plus my little mama, she a trap queen. Doggy when she mixed with that Fetty, give him a guap lean. It was a whole lot of cars when there was stimmies round. We going over a year and half you niggas down. All these expensive clothes, like was that smart? Now they uploading their clothes on the Poshmark. Swiss baby, careful with this. I mean this bitch sharp. One across, one down the middle, look like a chrome heart. Damn, I'm always outside. I'm like high from who? Bout to put your car on skates. You think you slide through? I help build my niggas. This ain't Legos. Protect the fan by any means. I be Diego. Yeah, tiger to you niggas. I'm an animal. It's a jungle where I'm from. What y'all wanna do? You can't play both sides. You niggas gotta choose. Niggas out here being tough until they make the news. Mama said her son ain't hurt nobody. The street said her son was catching plenty bodies. If you accept these charges, then please hold. In every hood, there was a nigga that was tough, but he still told.
It's a cold-blooded fact. This dude right here, y'all, is totally disrespectful. I have gay family members that I care about deeply. All that extra talk, don't get it twisted. I don't knock nobody for how they feel. Certain people were raised differently. I ain't gonna lie to you. As far as the vulgarity, the punk shit and all that, I was against the shit too. I was like, yo, I ain't fucking with no faggots. I don't want no dick sucker around me. That's a cold-blooded fact until I got that phone call about my cousin getting jumped and his ribs getting cracked open and his face busted open. And I had to drive my moms to the hospital and watch my moms cry over that shit. And when I asked my cousin, yo, what the fuck did you do? He said they beat me up for being me. I'm telling y'all right now, if I could have caught the niggas that did that shit to my cousin, Kevin Jones, Happy New Year's, beloved. If I could have caught the niggas that did that shit to my cousin. Man ain't do nothing to nobody. He was up there in the village. They had the drag queen show. He worked at Macy's. He was a manager at Macy's. He came out in drag, went on the train, got all the way up there, went through the little performance or whatever they was doing, their little parade or whatever like that. He coming home, they decide to jump on him on the train for nothing. And I'm not going to lie to y'all, that day right there, many, many years ago, made me really stop judging people because of their sexuality. Do I agree with it? No. I can break down if anyone from a sexuality that chooses they're supposed to be whatever they call it, if they want to be gay or what, if they gave me some time to sit down and talk to them, I'd break it down. To anybody that's gay or bisexual or LGBT, I respect you. But if you're a God-fearing person, Allah, you're a righteous person, and I know you believe in your heart. Everybody say God is good. Everybody say God is great. And the last thing they say is God does not make mistakes. So if God made you as a man, if God made you as a woman, respectfully, that's who you are. But unfortunately, we forget about certain things that people may have went through as children. Isolation, sexual abuse, sexual trauma. We do not know things that make people, especially children, develop these curiosities by these sick individuals. Check this out, y'all. By these sick individuals that prey on children. that prey on the hearts and the innocence of the mind of children. This comes from people preying on children. This comes from lifestyles that are exposed to children, and it's wrong. And it's wrong. But to sit up and be vulgar and disrespectful, I ain't sitting with no punks and all that. Tell you the truth, he don't understand. All this is on recording. They can sue him for this. See, this is what I felt to realize. We all a human race. Even the devil said that. The devil said that in the Bible of the motherfucking Satan's Bible. Satan Bible said he does not understand, but as long as we keep separating ourselves because of our genders, our sexuality, our ethnicity, he's always going to win because, number one, we're all a human race. But check this dude out, how he feel about this situation, man. This shit is crazy.
So what's going on? Go ahead. Get out, man. You ain't finna put me on no screen, no camera, with no sister, and then have me with 20 bitches, and now you don't want to go get a jacked up funky punk. Nigga, I don't play with punks. You told me with 20 women. Where the punk come from? The contract is void, nigga. I'm responsible for all that. No, nigga, where the punk come from? You told me 20 women. You ain't even have 20 women. What's going on? Nigga, the contract is void. Show. They saying. I don't give a fuck what they say. I don't even know who that is. I don't even know who that is. What's going on? Say, my nigga, let's go. Say, get the rest of my, send me the rest of my back end so I can leave, my nigga.
Watch what he
I
say.
ain't got shit for you. Who got it for? You don't finish what you got. Oh shit, that team good right now. Let's go, y'all. We go. I ain't gonna do nothing, no punk, my nigga.
Now, I'm not trying to sound funny, but am I wrong, or do y'all feel as though that the man in the orange shirt is also gay? Just by his mannerism, his delivery, and the way he talked. Because when he told him to give him the rest of that money, he said, I don't have nothing for you if you ain't do what you was supposed to. You know, that's just a little bit of humor, but I want y'all to listen to what he's saying. Let's go.
Come from? You told me 20 women. You ain't even have 20 women. What's going on? Nigga, the contract is void. Show. They saying. I don't give a fuck what they say. I don't even know who that is. I don't even know who that is. What's going on? Say, my nigga, let's go. Say, get the rest of my, send me the rest of my back end so I can leave, my nigga. Shit, I ain't got shit for you. Who got it for? You don't finish what you got. Oh shit, that team good right now. Let's go, y'all. We go. I ain't finna do nothing, no punk, my nigga. Y'all crazy as a motherfucker. I ain't gonna lie. Man, y'all crazy as a motherfucker. I ain't doing nothing, no motherfucker. Come on, my nigga, let's go. For a nigga, man, let's go. I ain't doing a motherfucking thing. Man, you better get, man, you better do it. Get down. You better get out.
That nigga told the bodyguard, he said, nigga, you better get out my way, nigga. You about to get a motherfucking charge for kidnapping, nigga. Only black people. Only black people. Only black people. Matter of fact, not black people, only niggers. Because niggers has nothing to do with ethnicity. It has something to do with the mind state. But let me ask y'all something. How y'all feel about reparations? What do y'all think is a great deal for every black person to get? Because they still got this legislation going on in motherfucking court. Ming, I see you. Happy New Year, beloved. How y'all feel about this new thing going on with these reparations? Because they be saying we supposed to be getting reparations for how long? They said we supposed to get reparations from 40 acres and a mule, which we have still not got. If we supposed to get 40 acres and a mule, they gave us a couple of stimuluses, right? And a PP loan. So you know we probably got like we probably got a mule and a lot. We ain't getting nowhere near no 40 acres and a mule. How y'all feel about reparations? Hank said there's nothing they can do unless you got a time machine. How y'all think? Let me ask you something. For every black person in the world, what do you think is a right amount of money, quote unquote, to make everything even out, where everything will be kind of at peace? Because I do agree. How do y'all feel about this? Like, seriously. Now, just pay attention. If every black person was given a check tomorrow morning, if you never had a job, you got a job. If you wake up tomorrow morning and you get an envelope in the mail and it's a Cash App card, and that shit says you have a balance. You have a balance of quote unquote $1 million. What y'all gonna do with it? See, we got to get rid of you too because we don't do that. We're not doing the banning. You coming over here saying no reparation, and your name is I Clap Cheeks for Fun. You're not welcome. You have to go get a real name and come back as an adult. We don't want that over here. That will be gone. The first thing you say is no reparation. So in my intelligence, that comes across like you're being sarcastic or coming across like a racial slur of some sort, trying to disrupt our great atmosphere and energy over here. Shout out to the 42 people in the building. So we're going to get you out of here immediately. We're not doing any of that. Shout out to the people in the building. Shout out to the people in the bushes. Just do me a favor. Hit that like button. This is content. Word up. He said, don't forget about it. We got my man City Boy Floyd in the building. Happy New Year, beloved. Listen to what my man just said. Charity and start a lawn service. Landscaping. I just gave you some game, beloved. When I went to a course on how to intrigue an employer, a lady by the name of Miss Dennis, shout out to Miss Dennis. She said, McLeod, you have a vocabulary that I have not heard in so long, but I'm going to teach you something. She taught me this. She said, I'm going to teach you something when she was helping me put together my resume. She said, I'm going to teach you words that will intrigue an employer. So like you said, you want to give charity, facts, and you want to start a lawn service. You want to give charity and you want to start you a landscaping business. That's free game. Free game. I don't even want you saying that no more, beloved. I don't never want to hear or see you saying you do lawn service anymore. I want you to say you do landscaping. Word up. Word up. Keith said they took most of the loans and stimulus checks back. They'll find a way to take back reparations as well. But let me ask you something. Did y'all hear about what they was talking about in Chicago right now? What they got going on in Chicago? Right now in Chicago, they're fighting for reparations because of the high violence and how it's continuing to escalate. The crime rate. They got people that's going neck to neck right now in Chicago trying to get that to be the first state to be passed where immediately they start giving out reparations. Y'all ain't gonna hear this nowhere else but right here. You know why I feel as though these are certain things that's interesting? Because I got family in Chicago. My grandmother on my father's side is originally from Chicago. Shout out to the Young family. Shout out to Ethel Sanders, my beloved grandmother. May she rest in peace. And it also affects us because of these neighborhoods, because it seems like all of these situations with crime are going on in impoverished neighborhoods. Impoverished neighborhoods where people don't have no jobs, and then they're not putting the resources into our neighborhoods for us to even have a stronger and a more structured economical contract or agreement with each other. Like back in the days, if anybody knows about when the Italians, shout out to the Italians, they came in Brooklyn, New York, they started doing the upliftment programs and the projects in the houses with the toilet bowls, with the plumbing, with the windows. But when they came in with their own crews. But then there was people that lived in these neighborhoods that didn't have employment. And shout out to Akbar, may he rest in peace. He put together a coalition company by the name of Fight Back, where he told them, we are not going to allow y'all to keep coming into our neighborhood and bringing all the jobs into our neighborhood and not giving at least a percentage of the minorities that live in this neighborhood the opportunity for equal employment. Not bad for a gangster. Not bad for a gangster. Check out what they're talking about right now in Chicago, and then let's build on, quote unquote, how y'all feel about this. You are now rocking with the best. Let's go.
Mayor Brandon Johnson pushing for reparations in his city. He claims that's going to bring down crime. Listen to this.
I've added $500,000 for restoration and reparations to address, again, the cycle of violence, which looks like school closings, closing of mental health facilities, of which I've invested in now.
So, Leo, the question begs, how would reparations help violence and crime?
I do want to be very clear. It will not. I used to be a history teacher. Last time I checked, Chicago was never a slave city. I would be the first lawyer in Chicago to file a lawsuit. It is illegal. It is racist. It violates the 14th Amendment. It violates equal protection.
Yeah, how y'all feel about him already? Just from that beginning of the just from that beginning of the segment, when check this out. Now pay attention to y'all. No disrespect. This is not about no race. I'm just trying to tell you something about how mind fucked some of us are allegedly. We have a Caucasian man asking an Afro-American man. Pay attention to this, y'all. Pay attention to how we mind fuck. We have a Caucasian man asking an African-American man that we would think automatically because of the terms and the products that we come from, he would be empathetic, not sympathetic, empathetic to the fact that, quote unquote, our kids is killing each other. Check about this, y'all. And he's saying everything in his business, everything in his heart to go against trying to give out a little punk ass 500,000. He's saying, why will we give 500,000 to these niggas? That's what he's saying. He's just using the correct words and he's speaking eloquently. But pay attention to what I'm saying. You ain't gonna get this nowhere. How come is it always our people that try to pull us down in that fucking barrel of that bucket? You know, some deep shit, like they said. You know why they never put a lid? Do you know why they never put a lid on the top of a crab barrel? Because the minute one of us get to the top, they're going to get a claw and pull us down. Let's go to the beginning on this. Pay attention, man.
Chicago Mayor Brandon Johnson pushing for reparations in his city. He claims that's going to bring down crime. Listen to this.
I've added a $500,000 for restoration and reparations to address, again, the cycle of violence, which looks like school closings, closing of mental health facilities, of which I've invested in now.
So, Leo, the question begs, how would reparations help violence and crime?
I do want to be very clear. It will not. I used to be a history teacher. Last time I checked, Chicago was never a slave city. I would be the first lawyer in Chicago to file a lawsuit. It is illegal. It is racist. It violates the 14th Amendment. It violates equal protection. This is nothing more than, again, pandering to black citizens when there is no correlation between reparations, slavery in Chicago, and violence. It's the reason why there's violence because there's progressive Democratic mayors, progressive prosecutors who are George Soros back.
Yo, shout out to my man, Artist Morrison, man. He in the building. He the reason why I push back my time. Yo, Artist, come up right quick, man. Bring your crazy ass up here right quick. Give me 5 minutes of your time. Pull up. Happy New Year's to you too, beloved. I thought it was 8 o'clock, y'all. See that? I thought it was 8 o'clock. Ain't that some shit, y'all? I thought the shit was 8 o'clock. Remember, I was going to go live at 7 o'clock, and then I got the indication about the YouTube Awards that was supposed to be at 8 o'clock, so I pushed it back to 6:15 because I didn't want to clash with that because I know I'm going to be in attendance for the YouTube Awards. You dig what I'm saying? I know I'm going to be in attendance for that, so like I told y'all, we was going to rock over here, you dig what I'm saying, to about 7:45, 7:50, and however many people was in the building, we was going to shift the crowd over to the YouTube Awards. Shout out to Artist Morrison. He's back on his channel. He's doing his YouTube award tonight. He got his babies coming up. Matter of fact, let me break it down. He got his daughters singing. He got his daughters performing. He got his son performing some of his rap songs. You dig what I'm saying? Much success to the show. Much success to the show. He said he got about 30 categories. About 30 categories. People can say what they want to say. Like I said, still right now, as far as a family show where everybody can watch and have a good time, best show on YouTube so far. 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 Best show that ever came out on YouTube so far. I hope he understands what he said because I'm going to hold him to it. See, now I'm going to hold him to him. See, to all the people that I've built rapport with. I heard him say something in his show. He said he's no longer feeding into people. He said he's straight up on light side content. Shout out to R&B Tizzle Tay. Make sure y'all put artists, you put it up. She can subscribe to her. Make sure y'all go over to Queen Jail and subscribe to the light side. But I need you to stand on that shit, beloved. Happy New Year's. Yo, artists, I need you to stand on that shit. I really need you to stand on that shit. If you stand on it, it's going to be mint. You got to stand on the shit. You got to stand on the shit because like you said, people are influenced by you. The influence that you have on YouTube is very, very powerful. People are influenced by all of us. Whether it's a good influence or a bad influence, exciting influence, a turmoil influence, it's still an influence. So we have to be very, very mindful of what we're doing. For real. If we stay on that, everything, I'm telling y'all right now, I'm not going to nobody's chat with somebody's name is in the title, unless it's an admirable. If I see somebody's name in the channel, shout out to Big Artist Morrison. I'm giving him a shout out for that great YouTube live. I'm going there. Shout out to Cosmology Bay for that great live he did the other day. If I see that in titles and things in that nature, I am going there. I'm telling y'all now, Big Dice is going to be up in the shows. If you tell me things like quote unquote, you're going to give me some information. Shout out to DJ Velo. Happy New Year. The best motherfucking live he did was the shit he did with them drill, with the Italian drill scene in Italy. I don't give a fuck what nobody say. That shit was interesting, and that shit was fire. See, what I told y'all about last year's, and see, Allah works in mysterious ways. Shout out to everybody that was in this live last night. Because of the Fabulous video, I'm a little drunk on the wine last night, and I'm trying to do the rebuttal and made a mistake and pressed the button, and I made a mistake and pressed the delete. Shout out to Tube Chronicle. He said, why the fuck did you delete that live? I didn't do it on purpose, y'all. Blame it on the alcohol. Jamie Foxx. But for the people that did see that live, I take it like that wasn't a mistake, because if you was there for that live, to the people that was in that live last night, I love y'all. We had a family. We came in together on some real positive shit, and everybody paid attention. So if you was there for that live, you ain't got to see it again to remember it in your heart. But for my motherfucking journey from now on, y'all, I didn't take my Shahada yet. I've decided to take my Shahada in New York. So I still got a few more days to do some bud, but I'm weaning myself off. And when I go to New York, I'm going to get the liquid. Shout out to Cosmology Bay to help me with my sleeping and everything, to wean myself off from the bud. But I'm telling y'all from right now, I'm going to go through my catalog and erase anything, even if I did it with just humor, anything that's not enlightening and trying to uplift somebody or informative to somebody, I'm going to erase it because it's not me. Shout out to YouTube for the year that y'all gave me last year. See, I was upset with it at first, but I went through the ringer and I stood tall. And I did it alone. I did it alone. Shout out to everybody that supported me in Team Guardian. Shout out to people like Dog Soldier, City Bama, FTC Vice, Ron Boggs, Clarice Bradley, Always a Queen, Tube Chronicles. The list goes on and on, man. Drop Guard. Shout out to Wax AP, China Brim. It's so many people that I can't remember at certain times. Dirty Bronx Native, he been holding me down from day one. Even when certain shit was looking shady, he still popped up and was like, nah, I done seen Dirty Bronx Native speak up for me in chats that he ain't even know I was just watching. See, shit like that mean the world to me. People done said things and Dirty Bronx Native done said, nah, you niggas is clowns. That ain't Dice. Y'all niggas is clowns. That ain't the God. See, that's the shit that means the world to me. So like I said, to the people that's really on YouTube, they got a point to prove. How about the point that you got to prove? Prove that with God. Prove it with Allah. Get your channel to the fact where people are going to be interested in your conversation. I'm giving you game. I'm telling you what to do, because they just took back all the hours that you built up for, and all these hours were taken back away from you. Because unfortunately, the majority of the hours was bullshit. And what I mean by bullshit is I prayed for it. See, y'all don't know about the relationship I got with my God. Y'all don't know about the relationship I got with my God. See, not bringing up the fight, but the fight with Artie and Roski Morrison. The fight with Artist Morrison and Roski. Remember what I said on my show? I prayed that it rained. I pray that my God make it rain. Ron Boggs, it rained. That's why they had to start early. See, I prayed to my God for over a year for people to get their mind right. I said, God, give them some months to understand, to treat people like human beings. I'm going to show them how to treat people like human beings, but nah, they ain't want to listen. And God started forewarning y'all. He started taking people monetization. And motherfuckers is going, why the fuck he took my monetization? You know the funny shit I told y'all this last year? Even though a strike was given on me, I used to be like, yo, somebody say something bad against my name, I'm going to strike their page. Ain't nobody going to never say they got an email with my name on it. I was just talking to you niggas. Even though I be feeling like doing certain shit because it discredits the person that I am as a total. But then again, that ain't about no snitching shit. That's just about some real shit. I had a conversation with one of my mans. Check this shit out. This is some real deep shit I'm about to talk to y'all about. Listen to what I'm saying for a minute. Rest in peace to my man Eminem. He got killed back in the days. Right across the street from this store, but going the other way. Not where the pharmacy is right there, but the other way that you can't see. He got killed. This is how fucked up the world got us. Allegedly, the people, two of the people that were involved with his murder, because of the people we were, it got back to us who they were allegedly. Let's just say allegedly. When the police grabbed me, my friend Wild Bill, my man Lenny, my man Popeye, because, you know, the police want to talk to the closest friends of the person that get killed. We tells the police we don't know nothing. We don't know nothing. They let us all go. Now, this is the crazy part about the hood, y'all. Listen to this shit. Y'all ready? I hope y'all got y'all space boots on for this. We could have told the police XYZ and XYZ, we were told, were responsible for killing my fucking best friend. I named my son after him. But you know what I did because of the way we was raised? We chose to hunt the niggas that killed my man, allegedly. Check this out. We chose to disregard the family that we had that cared about us because we were children. My man was 21 years old when he was 20 years old when he was killed. Excuse me. We were children. We chose to disregard cooperating with the police that are getting paid to imprison people that commit crimes. We told ourselves, fuck the people that do their job. Let's go check for the niggas that killed our friend. Let me tell you some deep shit. Rest in peace to the Dread El Compa. Let me find out who killed my man. I'm telling the fucking police. Y'all want me to say it again? Let me find out who killed my man. Let me find out some information that could lead them in the direction of whoever killed my man, and Big Dice is calling the police. I'm telling. Ain't that some shit? Y'all know Top Shotters, the one I did the show on the other day. I told y'all, shout out to Top Shotters. The reason why I said this is because I did the show on him the other day because of humor. Because he's very intelligent. He just talks with the funny talk and the bottom talk, Fleece Johnson talk. I'm gonna deal with them type thing, you know. But he broke some shit down the other day. He said, yo, there's snitching and there's telling. I never heard no shit like this in my life because he made me think about that shit. He said there's snitching and there's telling. I said, what's the difference? I'm telling y'all, this funny motherfucker said some of the smartest, stupidest shit I ever heard in my goddamn life. When I say he said some of, yo, Ron, listen to what he said to me, Ron. He said, y'all might not understand this shit. Listen to what I'm saying to you. This is some deep shit. And this shit is so crazy because we live with this motherfucking moral of the fucking street. And the street don't give a fuck about nothing. The only thing the street give a fuck about is putting us in jail on the motherfucking ground, taking us away from our families. But let's get back to what I was saying. He said, when you snitching is when you involved with the crime and you get caught and you tell on people that got away. He said, but when you telling, that means you just know somebody and you told. I said, oh, shit. Oh, shit. I'm going to tell y'all what I said because it ain't no fucking capping in my motherfucking rapping. I said, oh, shit. Let me tell you why I said, oh, shit. I said, oh, shit, because I know y'all may not agree with me. You can take your subscriptions if you don't. You ain't never got to come back up in here. Let me tell you something. That's a total different thing. Snitching and telling is two different things. And I'm telling you, I'm praying on it. I'm praying on the shit. I ain't even going to get into it. I'm praying on it. That's why people used to be like, yo, Dice, why you not getting mad at what Roski is saying in his videos? You know why I'm not getting mad at what Roski is saying in his videos? Alhamdulillah. Mashallah. The reason why I'm not saying, because if that foolish nigga has to make dumbass videos that make the police, the FBI, the CIA, the BBY, the 2W Goldfish, the frying pan and a horse be more investigative on getting the people responsible for my fucking friend death, so be it. Because if they got to watch him, to watch me, to watch the niggas around, to watch the niggas we involved with, whoever is responsible for the demise of the Dread El Compa, you going to jail. If I find out anything that I can pick up the phone and call the police and say, yo, go talk to XYZ because I was informed that they might know something pertaining to my friend's demise, y'all can call me what y'all want to call me right now because my name is DeMar McLeod. I'm goddammit, I'm Sharon McLeod, son, and ain't nothing pussy about me. So you can say, oh, that nigga's telling. Yep. Yo, Ming, I'm telling. Yo, Nerd, Ron Boogs, I'm telling. Yo, Keish, I'm telling. FTC, I'm telling. Y'all can go ahead and say, I'm going to say it again. Matter of fact, I want everybody in the chat to say Dice is telling because they can make content on what I'm saying. Ain't that some shit? Ain't that some shit? Why I didn't have that mentality when I was 22 years old? You know why? Because the streets done fucked us up. I ain't going nowhere. I'm going to tell you why we ain't had that mentality. You know why? We still rocking and rolling. Don't go nowhere, folks. Pay attention to what Jaffe is saying. This is why I did that shit. I wish I had the sense I got now. Stupid ass motherfuckers.
The streets ain't never loved me. The streets ain't never loved me, yeah. The streets ain't never loved me, yeah.
Streets ain't never loved me since my brother died. My mother cried. Tears in my eyes bleed red. Ain't no love inside. Streets left me dolly. My phone, they left it holy. Dawn was in that passenger side when they tried to phone me.
Yeah, you know the streets ain't never love us.
Yeah. GD. I've been shot, I was left with a zipper on my stomach, nigga. You know these streets ain't never loved me.
I've been stabbed, I've been left with a zipper on my stomach, nigga. You know the streets ain't never loved me.
I've been locked, I got charged for some shit I didn't do, nigga. You know these streets ain't never loved me.
Caught a case, went upstate, fuck the Jakes, nigga. Yeah, you know these streets ain't never loved me.
Laying up in the hospital bed in ICU. Hit that button like every 3 hours to get those blues, yeah. Laying in the test of pain, I know shit won't be the same. Sipping my stomach, shit don't stop a thing, I'm still a man, yeah. But who gon' be there when you doing time? Can't get no money, so they dropping down, these niggas bitter. And I hope they get the picture, I'm only getting bigger. The top cat out my litter, yeah. Tell you they love you, but they hate you on the low. They hold you back, how they expect for you to grow. I got locked up, ain't said me nothing, but I'm your nigga. My body numb, I got no feelings for you niggas. I'm from what niggas will shoot you right here in these hallways. If you got trust in that, loyalty goes a long way. These size 11s, these pussies can't walk a mile in. They hit my cousin with life and he's still smiling. I be shot.
Let's get back to this work, y'all. With this reparation shit. Let's go one more time. Let's go.
Chicago Mayor Brandon Johnson pushing for reparations in his city. He claims that's going to bring down crime. Listen to this.
I've added a $500,000 for restoration and reparations to address, again, the cycle of violence, which looks like school closings, closing of mental health facilities, of which I've invested in now.
So, Leo, the question begs, how would reparations help violence and crime?
I do want to be very clear. It will not. I used to be a history teacher. Last time I checked, Chicago was never a slave city. I would be the first lawyer in Chicago to file a lawsuit. It is illegal. It is racist. It violates the 14th Amendment. It violates equal protection. This is nothing more than, again, pandering to black citizens when there is no correlation between reparations, slavery in Chicago, and violence. It's the reason why there's violence because there's progressive Democratic mayors, progressive prosecutors who are George Soros backed. This is insulting to the intelligence of the American voters, and it's insulting and condescending to black Americans.
It is insulting. And you know what, Leo, how is it that these particular politicians get voted in all the time? Is that the best he's got to come up with a plan to combat the rampant crime in his city?
Let me ask y'all something. What the hell has that got to do with racism? Am I bugging the fuck out? Kevin said, that's Uncle Ruckus from the Boondocks. First of all, how is that disrespectful to black people? Let's talk about that for a minute, y'all. The link is dropped if y'all want to pull up. How is that disrespectful to black people? You heard what he said. Fox News. It's always Fox News, allegedly, to bring the house ninjas on. Check this shit out, y'all.
Just pay money? I mean, to me, it's just ludicrous.
It's ludicrous. And you know why, Ashley? Because they get protection coverage from the mainstream media. If it wasn't for Fox News bringing this up, 95% of the media protects Democratic politicians, and that's why they get away with it. Shameful.
Do you think these kind of things are going to make a difference in the election next year? We talk about the border, we talk about crime, how the administration is failing us on the border, how these blue-run cities are allowing crime to run rampant. Does this eventually, have an impact at the election next year?
Yes, if they allow President Trump to run for office, yes, because right now the election was held today. Those cities would be voting red and voting for Trump. Hopefully, they'll allow the democratic process to take place and allow Trump to become the next president. Joe Biden is an absentee president.
Yeah, he's in the Caribbean today. Leo, thank you so much. Always great to have you. Always bring lots of energy, and Happy New Year to you too.
That's housenigga.com, y'all. That is housenigga.com. That's housenigga.com, y'all. That nigga said it's racist, it's disrespectful to us. So what he's saying is, check this out. For the racist part, let's break that down. He's saying it's racist because even though allegedly people of the Caucasian ethnicity dominated the race trade, they're saying mentally and psychologically, they were still damaged and traumatized because this was a lifestyle that was put into them. So if number one, we have to have reparation for black people, pay attention what he's saying about racism, y'all. He's saying that reparations should be given to Caucasian people also. See, this is the reason why, quote unquote, they're still under all this legislative law and still voting and having all these problems and can't come to this agreement, because they're trying to say, quote unquote, you mean to tell me because he was a plantation owner, he wasn't traumatized? I've heard some of the debates. They said, so you mean to tell me because they owned slaves, human cattle, they didn't have the right to be in fear? They didn't have the right to sleep at night and wonder if the slaves was going to overtake them and come in the house. Now, listen to what they said. This was their biggest fear back in the days pertaining to slavery. We're going to overthrow them and rape their wives. Why was that the first thing they said back in the days when it came to black slave men and white women inside of buildings and homes? Because a lot of the white women, allegedly, educational purposes only, my opinion, and it has been documented, were known to have an adulterous affairs with Negro men. That's where a lot of the mulatto babies, that description that they give us now, the mulatto babies come from. $500,000. That ain't, I don't think that shit, but they're not even talking about $500,000 individually. If you paid attention to what he said, they wanted $500,000 to implement the structure to create what should be the actual equal amount that's going to be given away. They don't even have it set on $500,000. They said they need $500,000 to put the implementation of the plan in play and put some certain things into motion. That's what that money is being asked for. So you know they don't give a fuck about it. They said, we ain't even giving you no money to start the motherfucking process, much less we gonna give you the money to fund the operation. He said, remember when Tiger Woods, Hank said, remember when Tiger Woods won the Masters and all the white golfers were saying, we're gonna have soul food for dinner? They said, yeah, soul food and watermelon. They said, we're gonna have chicken and watermelon this year. Hank made a great, they said we're going to have chicken and watermelon this year. But how y'all feel about it, though? Why are they so in fear of giving us some money? Think about that. $1 million a piece, that should buy us some time to really get into some ventures and try to be what? Our own entrepreneurs, excuse me. Little light $1 million a piece. That should be enough to give us the initiative to say, yo, you know what? If I'm a piece of shit, I'm going to stop being a piece of shit because I have $1 million and I can change my life. Some people are pieces of shit because they're miserable, because of clothing, because of attire, because of finances pertaining to where they live, neighborhoods, poverty, no type of transportation, no employment, no type of revenue. So with $1 million, this right there should be something that should uplift everybody knowing, quote unquote, like we all start out butt naked, covered in blood. Everybody is starting out with $1 million. Smash that like button if y'all enjoy the content, man. Smash that like button if y'all enjoy the content. Keith said they're afraid of the power. Hank said, the one reason I don't want money, want the money. But think about that, Hank. $1 million? Shit, I want that. Tax-free. I'm not talking about $1 million with no taxes. I think that's disrespectful. I want a straight dollar. I don't want $733,004. I don't give a fuck about none of that shit. I need that dollar. I don't want no taxes taken off it. DBN said, and mulatto is a derogatory term in itself. The root word is mule. And mule is a cross between a horse and a donkey. It's sterile. That's crazy. That's some deep shit. He just put me on to some shit. He said, and mulatto is the derogatory term in itself. The root word is mule. And a mule is a crossbreed of a horse and a donkey. It's totally sterile. It's not used for nothing but removing garbage, eating garbage, and putting little kids on it to walk around in little carnivals. Risk Freedom, I see you in the building. Happy New Year, beloved. I ain't seen you since last year, man. Oh, how time flies when you're trying to work, man. When you're trying to put that overtime at the job, time flies and the world just passes beneath you. You dig what I'm saying? I'm glad to know you all right. Word up. Buck breeding. I remember that. Buck breaking is what they call sexual exploitation of black men. I remember that. Word up. Risk freedom, it's been so long since we've had this time together. Salute. You could have been anywhere else in the world, but y'all decided to be with me. And how the like buttons is looking. Let me see how the like buttons is looking. Let me see what's going on with the like buttons. What's going on with the likes? We got 44 in the building, 27 likes. I appreciate the people that decided to hit the like. If y'all forgot to hit that like button, I would appreciate it. If you don't like the content, hit the dislike button, but don't just hit the dislike button. Leave me a message. For the new year, I want everybody to start leaving messages about how y'all, quote unquote, felt about the shows that I'm starting to do. I want y'all to start leaving me input in the messages about the shows that I'm doing. Was it entertaining? Was it informative? Was it boring? Was it some piece of shit? Talk to me. I need to know all of that. If it's some bullshit like that, you could even put it in quote unquote cursing form, but just use ebonics. If it's some bullshit, be like, yo, this was some bull, and then put a piece of a shit emoji. Put trash, garbage, bashura. And then I want you to give me some brackets and explain to me what was so garbage and bashura about it. You dig what I'm saying? But if you enjoyed it, if you enjoyed the information I tried to share with y'all, be like, yo, good looking dice. If y'all feel as though it's some things that y'all want to talk about, talk to me about it. Just because it's interesting to yourself and you don't have a platform or you don't have the need to want to be on a platform and be a podcast creator, you can still let me know what type of information that you feel as though is interesting. And I bring it up in here. We can get it right. We can get it talking. There's certain things we can all talk about things. I got some great interviews coming out. Shout out to Boxing Unique. I got Boxing Unique pulling up. Word up. 5th UBN member. I got the Dunbar story coming up. Then we're going to try to get Dunbar's father up in here. We got some real powerful interviews we got coming up. Matter of fact, I'm not even going to call them interviews. Shout out to DJ Velo. That's his thing. Even though I started with the interviews because of Jai Ace. Shout out to Jai Ace. The segment over here is going to be Conversations with Big Dice, featuring whoever's going to be up on the pan for. See, we're not going to do the interviews because I'm not an interviewee. I just thought about that. I'm not Walter Cron. I'm not Walter Cronkite. You know what I'm saying? I'm not a reporter or anything like that, but I'm a great conversationalist. So I decided to meet Conversations with Big Dice. It's already stamped. It's going to be Conversations with Big Dice. Word up. I'm going to start asking and putting up on my community board. I'm going to start wanting some women. I want some, and I got a different part of the segment. It's going to be late night conversations with Big Dice, adults only. What I mean by that is it's not going to be explicit content unless pertaining to the person that I'm quote unquote interviewing. I'm looking for females that unfortunately may be a prostitute, may have been a prostitute. I'm looking for females quote unquote that may have stripped. I'm looking for females quote unquote that may have went through certain situations sexually, traumatically that affected them. And they got the heart and the strength and want to come up here to talk about it because I feel as though everybody's testimony can strengthen other people that don't have the know-how, the power, or the connections to speak up for themselves. But everybody else's testimony when it comes to survival and overtaking things and overcoming things like certain adversities, I think these need to be the topics that we need to start getting into. I'm looking for parents that may have lost their children pertaining to gun violence. I'm looking for parents that may have lost their children pertaining to incarceration for the rest of their life because of decisions they made when they were children. I'm looking for fathers, quote unquote, not daddies. Not fathers, excuse me. I'm looking for daddies. I want daddies to come up here and quote unquote, I'm looking for single fathers, like I said, that's taking care of and holding down their children with their responsibilities. These are the type of people that I want to interview. I don't really want to talk to all the other crazy stuff. I don't want the poison energy up here, and I don't want nothing that nobody can't learn something from. I want people to know that there's a whole warp of people that are still out here, and if they have some problems, we got some problems, and if we work together for the shit, we can overcome it. The drama, the back and forth, I don't even know what that shit is. I don't even think about that shit. So I'm telling everybody, especially from 1201, I did my show yesterday talking about certain things that I went through in my year. From 1201, I'm telling y'all, I don't care what y'all think. If you see somebody that's using an avatar that may have my name or something that they duplicated and they're in your chat trying to disrupt your chat, block them. Because I'm not coming to nobody's chat disrespecting the chat. I'm not one of them people that may not be eye to eye with another content creator. And just because they're going in live, I'm coming in there live and say, fuck you. Or I'm coming in live and say, I can't stand you. Number one, I've unsubscribed to so many people. Certain notifications I won't even get. Certain conversations that people want to have pertaining to my name, I guess they'll just do it until it fizzle out because the shit is melon void. It's like some asinine nincompoop shit. It starts to look like mental illness for real to the highest degree, to the fact where it's actually assault and harassment. So, you got to pray for certain people, especially if I'm not speaking or thinking anything about your name or anything about your life. For real. The entertainment that I plan on sharing over here with y'all is informative. Things pertaining to things and celebrities. Some hood legends. I got some, like I said, some conversations coming up, not interviews, some conversations come up that I think people need to speak their piece. They need to speak their truth. They need to get their message out, and their testimonies need to be heard. There's more places that you can testify. You do not have to be in court. A testimony is when you speak your experience or your truth. You don't have to be in court speaking your truth about XYZ. You can be up here on a platform expressing depression. I'm looking for people that's going through certain things that's really, really real when it comes to life today. I want people that's going through things that they might be scared to talk about with other people. I want them to feel comfortable enough to come over here and open up with the God, because I'm not going to judge you in no type of biased way. Even pertaining to sex, homosexuality, LGBT. Matter of fact, the doors is open for that. I would love to interview somebody from the LGBT community. I would love to interview someone from the LGB community, LGBTQ plus community. I would love to interview somebody, quote unquote, that may say that they're gay. I would love to interview a lesbian. The reason why I would love to interview these people from different walks of life is because if they agree to a conversation, not an interview, if they agree to a conversation with me, I'm not going to disrespect nobody. I'm not going to play with nobody's feelings. I'm not going to make no fun of something that somebody went through, but I will try to find out, quote unquote, the exact time certain things happen that people that are watching need to have awareness of. They need to be paying attention to certain things, certain characteristics, certain eye gestures, certain body language, certain conversations, certain gestures that people just want to offer to us. I think, quote unquote, people that have been through certain experiences in life, instead of running from it, I think they need to start looking at God and over-examining the depression that they had from certain things and start overstanding the fact that how precious and how genuine they are and how special they are because they overcame it. Because God gives his most worst battles to the strongest angels that he wants to protect and teach the world. So when you go through these certain horrific atrocities in your life, to be able to overcome it, not to forget it, but to be able to overcome it, to sit and come up on a platform where somebody is really trying to talk to you about something that was done unjust to you. And so many things that was done to so many unjust people, so many children, so many adults that are living with the self-pity and depression because they're scared to open up about things that happened to them. Things that happened to them when they was children, things that have happened to them when they were adults. These are the conversations that I am so interested in having with people because I want to get in people's minds to help them overcome certain demons. Actually, I ain't hear about it, City Boy Floyd. Word up. Kev said ninjas can't leave negative feedback because they can't articulate the issue. The dislike, they just hate on purpose. It's a fact. Risk Freedom, he in New York. If I'm not mistaken, Risk is in Bushwick. You know what I'm saying? But these are the things I want to do. See, I want to step out the box of YouTube. I want a different variety. For the New Year's. I want a different variety. I want a different type of conversation up here on this platform. Some people won't understand it. Some people won't agree with it. Some people won't participate in it. Some people won't support it. But I promise you, there will be some that will. There are some people that are going through things that need help with things that they're afraid to talk to their closest family members and friends about. But they will get up on a stage and go behind an avatar, behind a stage name, and be able to talk about things that they've been through. See, they don't got to come up there and say their name is Sheila Dennis. They can come up there and say their name is Lady Sheena. They can put an avatar up of a fucking Teletubby. So as far as the physical description of that person, they know that it's concealed, and maybe they will feel more comfortable about expressing something and not hiding it, getting it off their chest. Only God can judge me. Only God can judge me. Can y'all dig that? And if we're going to start moving like adults and God is going to start judging us on our morale, we all right. I can't tell nobody how to live for them, but I know how I got to live for me. That's a fact. I cannot tell nobody how to live for them, but I know how I got to live for me. And I think some people, if they get a chance to get and talk to people that they know don't have no type of malicious intent in their heart, they're not trying to make a mockery of them. See, that's what we got to start paying attention to, y'all. We got friends that go through certain things. We got to stop playing with them and having these crazy ass gestures because of certain games and certain things that we say, unbeknownst, we don't even know what's going on in certain people's hearts. If you're always talking about a faggot or a mook, or you're always talking about a lesbian or a dyke, how a person, if they're gay or a lesbian, going to ever open up to you and talk to you about things that's really bothering them, pertaining to them? You can have somebody around you that's your friend that could be gay or lesbian, but they don't know how to talk to you about it. And if you continuously disrespect who they are, that's unbeknownst to you, all you're doing is pushing them further and further away from you. Damn, my man said the fire. Shout out prayers to them people, man. 80 people homeless, 7 injured. Ain't that some shit? They want to do a fire like that now with all this coal. Ain't that some shit? Pay attention to that. I'm going to do the show on that. I'm going to do the Wake the Fuck Up in the morning. I'm doing the Wake the Fuck Up. Number 14 in the morning. Pay attention to that. Ain't that some deep shit? Now, all the emergency, check this out. All the emergency homeless shelters are already filled. All the emergency homeless shelters are already filled because, number one, the situation pertaining to the migrant immigration. The whole migrant situation where they got migrants that still don't have places to stay. So where they going to let all them 80 people go live at? All right, say out of them 80 people, say about maybe 20 of them got some friends and family members that they can go shack up with. And it's a little uncomfortable, but they got a nice warm house to be in, water, somewhere to eat, loving family, and a support system mentally. But what about the last 60 people? And out of the 60 people that's left, how many of them are elderly? Sky Swizzy, salute. Happy New Year's, beloved. Think about that. New Year's Eve shots. Think about that. And pertaining to the area, does it seem like it was a mistake or does it seem like it was some foul play? Just speaking. Because because of the slumlord situations, you know how people don't be caring about none of that shit. They thinking about the dollar. Allegedly, it was times they was doing that for years. You know what it is. Yo, the house is fucked up. Fuck it. We're going to set it on fire. Then we're going to get the loan from the motherfucking bank and build this motherfucker up from the ground. Fuck the people that's homeless. We're thinking about the money. Now that them people are gone and we start the whole motherfucking reconstruction in brand new buildings, we can do what? We can raise the rent. We can raise the rent. So the apartment that went for $800, once they do the renovations and the upgrades, that goes from $800 to $1,800. Fuck that. Sometimes $2,200. You see what Risk Freedom said? The insurance game. Facts. Come on, y'all know how they feel about New York City. They call, first of all, do y'all know our nickname? The Rotten Apple. We couldn't even be called a spoiled apple. They call us the Rotten Apple. We couldn't even be called a spoiled apple because, you know, a spoiled, they're rotten apple. Y'all know how slumlords is. Y'all know how slumlords is. And look at what City Boy Floyd said. This is how they gonna beat it, y'all. I can't make this shit up. Look what City Boy Floyd said. He said the fireworks in the building. Now pay attention to this. If this is a place, quote unquote, that every year is known for selling fireworks, that's part of their insurance clause. If it's somebody in an apartment that was illegally selling fireworks, that's part of their insurance clause. I can't make this shit up. Number one, if it's a building that sells fireworks, things got on fire, the insurance is going to cover it because that's an accidental fire. Now pay attention to this. If there's a tenant in the building that's illegally keeping fireworks in their apartment and say they're selling fireworks to the people in the neighborhood, and the same thing, an accidental fire ignites, the landlord still wins. Either way, can't make this shit up. I can't make this shit up. I can't make this shit up. And shout out to Ron Buggs and FTC Vice, man, because I need them to go ahead and get this shit started. It's time for Ron Buggs and FTC Vice to get these channels popping, man. It's time, man. It's time. City Boy Floyd said an arsonist. Y'all already know that's a hell of a charge right there. Burning somebody's building now, that's damn near body. Dog Soldier, I've seen you. I haven't seen you since last year, bedridden. Oh, how time flies when we trying to put this work out here for the great people, man. Happy New Year's, man. The link is dropped if you want to pull up Mayu. Oh, man. For real. Got some things going on. We getting into the content, like y'all said. He got his hand. I told y'all earlier, make sure y'all get over there. My man is at 350 subscribers right now. Yo, Dog Soldier, I don't know if you knew the reason why I did this live earlier, when you probably go back and rewind to the beginning. All the hours that you had, anybody that had hours, watch time hours, not the subscriptions, under new YouTube management, if you were not monetized by 12:01 a.m. today, they took away all your hours and you have to start back over. When you get this together, I know you're building up. Pull up, man. Let's build on it, man. They doing us crazy, Dread. Even though, shout out to everybody and I got mines, but they bugging the fuck out. So you mean to tell me all that work and all them hard hours that people build up, they just took them shits away? That's a fact, dog. As of 12:01 a.m., because YouTube has just been bought by new owners. Yo, job, but check this out. The reason why they did that, because under their new terms and guidelines, they are feeling as though, quote unquote, that the disrespect was not content. ABG, Happy New Year's, beloved. Long live Pop. Brooklyn is in the building. We here. We stay here. We everywhere. They taking everybody's hours. So check this out. If you had, quote unquote, if you get 500 subscriptions and 3,000 watch hours, you get the first part of monetization. That means you get the super chats and you ready to rock and roll. But if you get 1,000 subscriptions and 4,000 hours, you get the super chats and you get monetary money from, quote unquote, the commercials. But now you could have had 9,900. You could have had 3,999 hours. If it was not 4,000 watch hours at 12:01 a.m., all of that was erased back down to zero. Incredible. Incredible. All that hard work people put up. But you know what? It might seem like it's harsh. Pay attention, y'all. It might seem like it's harsh. But then again, it might be just like starting out the race at the same time. Because honestly, see, when people said it before, yo, that's not content when y'all going at each other, disrespecting each other. When they was telling us that, people were saying, nah, this is content because people are watching. No, that's not content. To some people, that's interesting. But that's not content. That's interesting. I do have to say that. Just like, quote unquote, on television, they have what? A horror movie, a Western, a soap opera, a love story. They trying to tell people, if you're going to be on these platforms, give out some information, give out something informative, give out something supportive, give out something uplifting. They changed the standards, y'all. They raised the bar. See, now they changed it from ignorance to now you have to use your mind. They want content. That's a fact, City. Hold up, that was you, City Boy Floyd? I seen Floyd up there. I didn't know that was you, baby. I was trying to see somebody's face, but it came up and then disappeared. But yeah, y'all, let's get back to some content. We too intelligent. Go over there and, yo, Sky Swizzy, you already got your wrench, nigga. Why you ain't be dropping your fucking shit, man? Shout out to the motherfucking Now. Sky Swizzy got his channel, y'all. Get over there and subscribe. I'm subscribed. Get over there and subscribe to the Now, man. The Now always supported me, man. Even when me and my brother go through our bullshit, the Nile River always supported me, y'all. It's always been the Nile River and Team Guardian. Now, that's one alliance I will say I stamp. I will say that, no matter what. Shout out to Tommy. You dig what I'm saying? Shout out to Pamela Godson. Shout out to DBN Network. Shout out to Black Soul. You dig what I'm saying? Shout out to Cuba, New Jersey, from New Jersey to New York Connection, Cuba to Bronx. Black to the P. Shout out to Black Soul. Shout out to Queen Eve. You know what I'm saying? They always supported me, y'all. So, nah, that goofy shit, I ain't a part of that shit, y'all. Because y'all understand, I've never been known to really, a couple of times I went up here and did some crazy rebuttals just going through my YouTube seasoning. But, nah, they always came in here and supported me for the content. Quick Vic, I see you in the building. And all jokes aside, I got to respect that shit. And I've always said that when it comes to me, Wax, China, mind your business. People never listen to me. Mind your business. Brothers fight. That's what I try to tell y'all about Compa. Mind your business. Brothers fight. But you know how YouTube is, man. I'm not even upset about that no more. That don't bother me. It really don't bother me. it's sad. It's sickening. Like I said, when you got adults that really don't know when enough is enough. I know like Wax always get on me for always trying to find the good in something, but that's just who I am, y'all. I can't really, my grandmother taught me this a long time ago. She said, you got to pray for people that don't have the sense to pray for themselves. She worked in she worked in Kings County Hospital. She worked in the B building, but she showed me how the people look inside the G building. And my grandmother told me this, y'all. Once you lose your mental, once you lose your mind, your reality, that's sad, man. That's sad, man. That's really, really sad, y'all. And I can't get mad at people like that. I ain't got to party with nobody. I ain't got to go to no club with them. I ain't even got to be playing chess with them. But that don't mean I got to hate on them neither. I'm really going to pray for them, even when they don't want to pray for me. Because if you know when you get up every day when you're supposed to go to the bathroom, think about it. There's some people that don't even know when they're supposed to go to the bathroom. They got Pampers on. They're just sitting there because their mind is gone. They're on so much medication, they don't even remember to get up and go to the bathroom. That shit is different, y'all. And then there's people just like on YouTube that will turn into characters and say some of the most craziest things. Cinnamon Tea, Happy New Year's, girl. And say some of the most craziest things just for clicks and views. That's trauma. That's signs of mental illness, y'all. That ain't cool. That's really not cool, y'all. Certain things, and I'm real adamant on this, anybody playing with somebody's sexual assault or sexual misconduct or sexual choice and with the disrespect, like anybody making fun of somebody that been through some horrific shit pertaining to sexual abuse, nah, that shit ain't cool. Nah, that shit ain't cool. I can't stamp that. I'm never going to be in attendance for them type of things. But if we talk about some things like, shout out to Artist Morrison at 9 o'clock tonight, he's doing a YouTube board. If you're talking about things like that could bring the whole family out, Dice is going to be in attendance. And I want everybody in here. We had like 51, 52, it's 38 in the building. Everybody tonight, I thought it was going to be at 8 o'clock, but it's a few more minutes and we can rock. 9 o'clock, I want everybody to go to the Artist Morrison YouTube Awards. Make sure y'all go support him, man. Make sure y'all go support him, man. Ain't nothing wrong with that. If it's anything like the last one was, it's going to be a spectacular show. It's going to be a spectacular show. And that's a fact. It's a new year. I want all the content creators, if you had a problem or a beef with somebody in the last year, to leave it in the last year. I want all the content creators to stop doing slandering and derogative thumbnails and talking about each other. I want all that shit to stop. See, I'm praying on that now. See, I done pray. See, a lot of answers so many of my prayers, I be feeling like I'm begging too much because so many of my prayers he or she has answered. It's just like I'm just overwhelmed with joy. I'm dead serious right now. Y'all wouldn't believe the things I've prayed for that have just came to light. So even when I don't believe in certain stuff that you know, God is pushing at me, because I used to be like the devil is working. It's not that the devil is working. We got to stop saying that too. It's not saying the devil is always working. That's not the devil. The devil does not have more power than God. It's God testing you harder than he tested you before. That's not the devil. The devil will never be no praise. All praise is due to Allah. God, whatever you, but don't never say the devil won in anything. The devil has no dominion over God. He gave him a little bit of dominion over earth, but he still is the alpha omega of everything. So when God is, when you feeling as though, damn, the devil put this on me, gave me this extra bill, or the devil crashed my car, the devil blew my tie out, or the devil made me lose my girlfriend, or made me lose my husband, or made me lose my wife, or my kids don't love me. The devil, no, that's not the devil. That's God. That's the God making you focus on something to focus on to get yourself better in tune. That ain't got nothing to do with the devil. All praises due. We ain't gonna give the devil no glory this year, y'all. The devil don't work. That nigga don't exist. He coexists. He coexists. He blends in and out of evil energy and where wicked dwells. But the devil don't fuck with God. And the devil know not to fuck with God's children. He learned that already. He learned that already. The devil don't fuck with God. So we got to stop giving the devil praises of God, because every time you go through something and you say the devil is always pushing me and stressing me out, God is going to punish you more for disrespecting the fact that that's God. You can't be saying nothing about no devil. Lola, I see you in the building. Happy New Year's, girl. Shout out to the other half of Black to the P. Shout out to the bro. Just talking about Cuba and Black to the P. New Jersey to what? New Jersey to NC connection. No, excuse me. New Jersey to New York connection. Excuse me. New York to New Jersey connection. Excuse me. Y'all make sure y'all get over there, subscribe to them. It's a new year for everything. It's a new year for motherfucking love. It's a new year for... First thing you're supposed to do is love yourself. This should be the year that everybody puts into loving themselves. If you love yourself, genuinely, you can really, really love someone else, and you can understand if someone else is loving you. That's it. New Jersey to New York connection, y'all. You see it. You see it. She's in the building. We got to get this shit right. Last year was last year. You say yesterday was yesterday. I say no, yesterday was last year. See, tomorrow you can say the day was yesterday because it's still in the same year. Yesterday was last year. That ain't there no more. So we ain't gonna think about that no more. Whatever we went through, we've all made mistakes. We've all said things that we did not mean. Emotions, energy, and motion. We've all said things we do not mean. We've all been angry and lashed out because we knew certain things that we say purposely are gonna what? Intentionally, we did it intentionally to hurt somebody. Hurt people hurt people. How about we start respecting each other? How about we wait till, if we going through something, how about we calm down, give it a day or two, shit, give it a month or two, give it a year or two. How about you calm down and then come back together that whole time that you're away from each other, whether it's 2 days, 3 days, 4 days, 5 days, 6 months, a year. How about every day, take a portion out that day to remember the relationship that you and the person had on the good times instead of dwelling on the bad time. Because check this out. If you think about the good times we had years ago on Tuesday, and then you think about the good times on Wednesday, and you think about the good times on Thursday and Friday and Saturday and Sunday, so you'll get to a quicker place of peace. But if you think about the good times on Tuesday, and then you let some bullshit disrupt your peace, and then you think about the bad times on that Wednesday. Then you think about the bad times on that Thursday. Then on Friday, something happens to make you think about the good times. You're confusing yourself and you're tearing yourself apart from healing. You got to continuously think of something good to make you get another day over with a great vibe and a great spirit and a great energy, no matter what comes in front of you. This is facts. Car accident, so what? You got to work late, so fucking what? You lost your job, so what? Go get another one. Your kids running their mouth, so fucking what? Your woman acting up, so what? Your man acting up, so fucking what? Once you're working on you, everything else will fall in line. See, when instead of you being the person to nag somebody, when you're the person to nag somebody, male to his woman, woman to her man, brother to his brother, sister to his sister, brother to his sister, son to his mother, son to his aunt, sister to her sister. When you're nagging somebody, it's all coming as a complainsive part of life. Complaining. They're not hearing you, especially when they care about you. The only time I noticed this, shout out to Harley, when we really get a chance to listen to somebody else's pain of the opposite matter of sex, is when it's not someone we're in love with. Harley taught me that. When your woman is complaining to you about something that's upsetting her, we don't really hear it because of insecurities. We take it like you're complaining and you're just not happy with what we're trying to give you. Because you know how niggas is. I'm giving you the best that I can. God damn, that ain't enough. Like, you just got to find something wrong with what I'm not doing as opposed to everything I'm doing. See, that's the wrong way to interact. Because usually a complaint is something that is repeatedly said. So if something has to be repeated to you as an adult, pay attention, y'all. You shouldn't have to repeat yourself with children once they're comprehensive, but when you choose somebody as your mate, as your man, or as your woman, and you have to repeatedly keep asking somebody something that they're doing that might be bad pertaining to us, our growth, their life, their freedom, our safety, that's when it becomes a complaint, because it seems like people are disregarding what we ask of each other. Once we start disregarding what we ask of each other, we start feeling disrespected. We start saying things to ourselves like, how many times do I have to keep asking you the same thing? And then it comes to the fact that we say it so much to ourselves because we try to humble, then it physically comes out of our mouth. Like, but we don't say it like, yo, is it something going on, or is it you're not comprehending what I'm saying? We say things like, yo, what the fuck is wrong with you? How many times I got to keep saying the same shit to you? Or are you going to listen to what I'm saying to you? When are you going to start acting like an adult? It seems like I'm the only adult in this house. You act like a kid. It's like certain things, the way that we talk to each other is the reason why we get certain responses that destroy our lives and our relationships. There's nothing wrong with talking to somebody about something that's wrong or something they did to upset you. But to disrespect and complain and come at somebody with an aggressive mannerism and a totality, that's perceived as disrespect. And then you notice what people start saying, whether it's a male or an adult. First thing we're going to say, whether it's a man talking to his woman or whether it's his woman talking to a man, first of all, I'm an adult. I don't know who you think you're talking to. I'm not a child. See, that's another act of defense. It's not an act of disrespect. It may come across disrespect because now you're at defense. But certain things were said to you that made you feel uncomfortable, that made you feel as though you had to get at guard and get on defense. So if we get back into communicating, to our brothers, to our sisters, to our women, and ladies, to your men, ladies, to your children, men, to your children, especially to your children. The importance of a man in a household is so overlooked. See, the importance of a mother is respected, but it's not talked about in the totality because a mother is supposed to be a mother, but the importance of a father. I'm not talking about a nigga to sit up all day and read the funnies or play PlayStation or beat up his girl when she come in the house from working. I ain't talking about the gamers. Shout out to my nigga Cuba and Two Cute Chronicles and Nerd and all of y'all. I ain't talking about y'all. King Crego, y'all niggas is gamers. Y'all niggas, I have an anxiety attack watching them games y'all be playing. But I'm talking about the niggas that don't want to do nothing. The niggas that want to wait and argue and disrespect and won't even try to what? Uplift and help and support their own families. That's why the game is so fucked up. I want to tell everybody this. I want to tell y'all how much I appreciate y'all for holding me down over this year. Through the good and bad, through the skeptical moments, and through the times people had to wonder, yo, how this dude really moving? But for the people that understood who I was, and I'm glad, inshallah, who I am has always been prevailed. I appreciate y'all. I sincerely appreciate y'all. I'm going to give y'all some time because it's 8:30. I'm going to give y'all a half an hour if y'all got to go get some, you know, a little sippy sip, a little smoky smoke. Might fuck with a little booger sugar, whatever it is, whatever rocks your boat. I can't knock you for who you are. I just came to tell you I love you and I appreciate y'all for holding me down. And Happy New Year, because I ain't seen y'all since last year. I mean, goddamn, it's like, seemed like y'all ain't fuck with me. It seemed like so long since we've been around each other. Start appreciating everybody, man. Start appreciating your family. Your family get on your nerves. Your friends, they get on your nerves. Remember the word friend. Just because a person is around you or smiles around you don't mean they're your friend. You got to go through some real shit with a nigga or a woman for her to be your friend or for him to be your friend. Like you got to go through something with your man for him to be your man. You got to go through something with your woman for them to be your woman. We got to go through shit with our kids because them is our kids. See, you got to go through shit to get to that love, man. You got to beat on the motherfucking coal and polish it and put heat on it and beat on it and polish it and put heat on it and beat on it and polish it and put heat on it and mold it to that shit come into a motherfucking diamond form, y'all. When it comes to this YouTube shit, I got it locked. When it comes to this content shit, I got it locked. And when it comes to quote unquote being the realest that ever did it, I love y'all, but I got this shit locked. Make sure y'all get over to Artist Morrison in 30 minutes for the 2nd annual YouTube award. Big Dice stamped that. Peace.
Another day alive, another day free. Why would I wake up trying to be somebody other than me? Knowledge, wisdom, understanding. Man, woman, and children. Sun, moon, and stars. Everything exists has to coexist within. Like I said, another day alive, another day free. Why would I wake up trying to be somebody other than me?